And she, yeah.
Don't yell at him.
Yeah, and she's very particular about who's around her. Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. Mark here, my wife Tara, daughter Tiana over here. Today it is raining outside, it's cool, and I thought I would go over our cats, our 9 black cats. And we do have a 10th cat that has been with us at one point, if you've been watching our videos, probably about 6 years ago, I think it is. The cat is still around, it's just not actually in the house here. So stick around to the end of the video and we will reveal the 10th black cat. The first cat that came to us is little Nix. Hi, Nix. So we think she may be part Bombay because she has that flat face. And it was in around January 2018. Nix, psst, psst, psst. What are you doing? Hi. And you think you're special, right? You're a special cat. So she kind of rules the roost, so to speak. She was named Nix after the Greek goddess of night. And she has her she's very particular about her humans. So, of course, we can pick her up. Other people that come in, she doesn't really care to be picked up. Right? And she usually sits right on the edge of the table here. Just waiting, and she'll pounce. She'll jump up and pounce on Tiana's back if she's sitting there long enough, and Nix chooses to do so. So how old do we think Nix is? So she's been with us in 2018. So
she was a kitten.
Yeah,
she was a kitten. So she's probably 9 years old.
She was found in the town of Enola in the winter as a kitten outside.
I don't think it was winter. It was getting cold though.
Yeah.
But it was January. Well, it would have been
January.
Yeah,
So it was
January,
winter.
December, January.
I don't remember there being.
And she was actually found hogtied.
Well, not hog.
Well,
She wasn't found
she
hogtied.
has-
She had marks around both back legs.
Oh, as
that
if she
looked
was.
like she was
Okay.
hogtied. Yeah.
Yeah, because I do remember that she had
Yeah.
worn marks on her legs.
So she was not on our property. She was.
Yeah, and we didn't think we were getting any more cats. And then she found us.
Our little white dot.
Oh yeah, so all black cats will have some white on them at some point. Right on the end of her tail, she's got just a couple little hairs. Okay, it was April of 2019 where this little girl here showed up. And Tara was outside. She was doing some yard work. And she walked right up to her. And Tara reached down, just picked her up. So we brought her in the house and gave her some food. She looked a little scrawny. And Tara had noticed that she was nursing. So after she was fed, she put her back outside. And it wasn't until a few months later that she came back. So we named her Inara. And Inara is the goddess of wild animals. So Tiana came up with with a lot of these names. So a couple months later, we had our open farm, and we were out, visitors coming to the farm and learning and petting the animals. And one lady comes up to Tara and says, "We really love the farm, and our kids are having a wonderful time playing with your 2 little kittens." Well, it appears Inara came back, didn't you? Yes. And she brought 2 little ones with her. So, not so little anymore is Lucifer, sitting in his box. Hi, Lucifer. So, Lucifer was named after the Latin god, the light bringer or the dawn breaker. So that's where he gets his name from. And I always say Lucifer is pretty much bomb-proof. You can do whatever you want with him. You can rub him and you can play with him. And he's just... Aren't you, buddy? Yes. Every night when I go in to brush my teeth, he's up there and he wants some attention, don't you? Yes. He is also, really the only one, or the one that attacks the laser. If you pull out a laser pointer, even a reflection of a phone, he will. You like that, don't you, buddy? He will. You're sitting at the table or at the counter, and you have your phone out, and there's a reflection on the ceiling from the pot lights. You all of a sudden see his eyes just light up. Yeah, you want more pets, don't you? So that's Lucifer, not so little anymore. And the other one is his sister. And his sister is over here. And this is Rhea. Hi, Rhea. So Rhea is named after the Greek goddess of fertility, motherhood, right? But you're not a mother, are you? You're fixed. So all of our cats here, we did get them all fixed when they came in. So Rhea and her mother, Inara, they are mother-daughter. Rhea is very vocal. Hi, Lucifer. See, Lucifer just comes right back again. I'm talking about your sister now, buddy. So Rhea is very chatty, aren't you? Yes, especially if I'm sitting down watching TV or something, she'll come over and she'll paw at me. Same as her brother. They both have kind of that same mentality. She's a little bit smaller, and her and her mother cuddle quite a bit, where Lucifer kind of gets the short end of the deal. Mama usually just swats him away. Poor Lucifer. Right, buddy? Yeah. So we give you all the attention, don't we? So yeah, so it was Lucifer and Rhea. And they came in and they've been with us ever since. Right? Yes. Okay, we're just collecting the cats now, but we're missing a couple, which is Tyr and Koda. So they must be downstairs. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump to basically fall, winter of 2023, when we had Aurora. No, that's Tyr. There's Tyr. We found him.
He just came out of the couch.
Did he?
Yeah.
So Tyr came into us 2021, February 2021. And it's been a number of... Okay, kids. See, Nyx is... Oh, that's Aurora.
Lucifer touched her
Oh,
breast.
yes. Lucifer, none of the girls want to play with you. Sorry. Okay, moving back to Tyr. So he's been with us roughly 6 years. Almost 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. And he's still a little feral. Let's see if we can get in. And, hi, Tyr. So what had happened is he was in the city. He was a city cat. And there was a woman that was feeding the cats in her neighborhood. And they noticed that Tyr was injured. So he had obviously gotten into some sort of a fight. And he was injured. So I guess they contacted the cat catcher people, I guess, and had him caught, taken into the vet, and taken care of. So then they called back, or the vet called them and said, okay, he's ready to go. You can come pick him up. And she said, well, no, he's a feral cat. He's actually not my cat. So they told her that because he was feral and because he's a black cat, that they'll have to put him down because he's unadoptable. So this is when she thought of the idea, I know exactly where Tyr can go. I have a place for him. So Tyr, because of the injuries, and it looked like he'd been through war, Tyr is actually named after the goddess of war, or the god of war, sorry. Tyr. Hi, bud. Yeah. So we can brush him. It just takes a little extra. What we usually do is we'll open up a can of tuna, and he's learned that sound from the streets. he'll come out and he becomes very vocal. So what we'll do is salmon or tuna, we'll pour out the juice from that and we'll put it into a bowl. And then we put that on the table and he comes up. He just loves it to the point where you can actually brush him. Oh, there he goes. All right, so that's Tyr. We haven't found Koda yet, have we?
No, he hasn't appeared.
Okay. So Aurora. Oh, that's Tyr again. He's such a little boy. Did we lose Aurora?
That's Eros. Oh, come back here, Aurora.
Those Eros.
She's coming.
And there's Aurora.
She's coming.
So Tyr was February 2021, and Aurora and Eros, we figure are siblings. So of course Aurora is the Roman goddess of dawn. So we actually saw them lurking around the property, and we set up a live hi. See, they're very friendly now. You can't pick them up though. That is one thing you cannot do because they do not like that. But they were lurking around the farm, and we put out a live trap for them and put some tuna out there, and we caught 3 of them. So I believe Aurora was first, and then Zorya was first.
Aurora, then Eros.
And then Eros. It was all 3 of them within the span of only a few weeks. Oh. And
Don't yell at him.
Yeah, and she's very particular about who's around her. So that's what she does. So it's fine if it's Eros, because they basically sleep together in Tiana's room.
Yep.
Yeah. So
in bed with me.
Yeah. So that's basically where we had put the newbies. We figured, okay, we'll just contain them to Tiana's room, and that's kind of what they do now. They just sleep with Tiana. Yes. And then Eros. Hi, Eros. How are you? So Eros is named after the Greek god of love. Yes. And Eros is he's rubbing on things. He rubs on everything. So he's very affectionate, and they were extremely shy when they first came in. You can still see they still pull away sometimes if you go too close to their face. But once you get in there and start rubbing and scratching, he's in. So this is the other one that comes in when I'm getting ready for bed, brushing my teeth. He comes in, jumps up, and then just starts rubbing on things. Eros is a little bit larger than Aurora, but they have kind of the same look to them. Zorya is got the same kind of face, that little baby face, but she's long-haired, and she is the one that we need to brush.
Yeah, it was
really
actually...
really keep an eye on. It's that lion's mane, right, Zorya? Yeah. So she is also fairly timid. And she was the first of these 3, Aurora and Eros and Zorya, that we live trapped. All 3 of them were extremely shy. Of course, they were living outside, and now they have been broken. They now understand what affection is all about. So what does Zorya mean? Zorya is the Slavic goddess, isn't it?
Yes.
The often called the Red Maiden, goddess of dawn. Tiana's named all of these ones. Yeah, so it's sometimes a little difficult to remember and figure out the meanings. Hi, Lucifer. Yeah, you're back. Yeah. Lucifer just likes to photobomb, don't you? Yes. Yeah. Very talkative. You, your sister, and... Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Be nice.
Okay, that wasn't nice, Lucifer.
He just wide-eyed me after he did it.
Yeah.
No.
So, you do sometimes get little tips. But there's enough space, they can go and they can run away, and they have their own little cliques. Right? Yes.
Zorya.
Oh, no.
Don't cause problems.
Yeah, don't cause problems. Don't walk too close to her. Because Aurora is very particular about who she has around her. Alright, so we just need to find Koda. Koda's the last one. Okay, we found Koda. So this is the catio. Should have known that this is where he is. He loves being outside. So both sides just have a gate with stucco wire on here. Hello, Koda. Make sure we close the door behind me. Right? Oh, were you enjoying your time out on the catio? Yeah. So Koda, we're not exactly sure of the time frame. It's somewhere around 2019, 2020 that he came in. Hi, Koda. And he would have been the second one that came in. Hi. So he's just a fluffy little cuddle bear. Loves attention, of course. And we figured Koda was dumped at our property because he's the only cat that had a name. And the term Koda in native means friend or ally. Actually, in Japanese means a little rice paddy of happiness. Right? Are you a little rice paddy of happiness? So we had a tattoo, and we traced it back to a family in the north end of Winnipeg. And that's a good 30 kilometers away. Hey, hi. And so did he actually walk all the way out, right? The littlest hobo, did he actually make it all the way out? We're thinking because we've had it happen before where animals have been dropped off at the end of our driveway, because it does say animal rescue at the end of the driveway. Some people choose just to drop off. So Koda, we contacted...
Is that where you were? Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's where he is. We
Where
found
he
him.
is.
Yeah, enjoying the outside. So Koda has been with us the second longest. And he is probably, we think he's the oldest, isn't he? Because he's 7, he was probably a few years old, 8, he's probably around 10 years old.
Yeah, he was 8 when we got him. So how long have we had him?
He was 8?
He was 8 when we
He's
got
been
him.
with us 6,
Yeah,
7
so he's
years.
14.
Oh wow, he's
Yeah.
a lot older than,
Yeah.
and he's quite vocal.
There's no water in it. I have to get it.
He loves catnip, fresh catnip, it's got to be. And he is the third one that comes into the bathroom when I'm brushing my teeth, aren't you? And what he wants is he wants me to turn on the tap. Don't you? Because you love fresh running water. The problem with those little fountains, the cat fountains, we have gone through a couple of those. And this boy here just loves to play and make a mess of the water. So we took it away. So he doesn't...
It's not just making a mess. He makes a lake on the counter.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
not like...
Yeah, he'll just splash
Yeah.
and play in it.
But he's the only one with lots of lumps.
Yeah, he's got some
Yeah.
growths on the back of his neck. People petting him,
Yeah.
they think he's got a wood tick.
Belly, butt.
He's got a couple of them, yeah. Well, you're getting old, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's also what he does. He sits next to you at the dinner table, and he will reach out and paw your arm. to want mostly affection is what he's looking for. Aren't you, Koda? Yes. And
Koda.
he is the one that you say his name, and he looks.
Koda.
So he does know his name.
Hi, squirrel.
Squirrel.
There's nothing in it.
And who else do we have out here? So we've got Tyr went in. I think Tyr was out here as well. Okay, so this is the catio. So we've got some fake plants in here. I've been meaning to get some kind of ledge. There's a little bit of a ledge here that they will lie on. But I was thinking about extending it out and just putting a little bit more of a platform. Over here, there is... Are you going to show us how it works, buddy? Go inside. You going to go inside? Look. What's that? So we originally had a cat door that we bought, I think, on Amazon. And what it does is you hook up the screen, like you have your screen, you hook up that on either side. And then you have the little cat door, and you cut out the opening, and then you reinsert the little cat door. But because we live in Manitoba here, when it gets cold outside, what Tara had done, and she had put packing tape over top of the screen to try to keep the cold out, or in the summertime, the heat out. And what she ended up doing is one day she had this piece of plexiglass, and she cut it to the size of the window. She cut out a door, put packing tape as the hinge, and then took 2 magnets. And they just find themselves. Hi, Koda. Who's going to go in? Somebody going to go in? No, you're enjoying outside. So anyway, that's the table where Rhea was lying. There. Are you going to go in? Okay, go for it. It's funny when you see a cat go in. They know how it works. Especially Inara. She'll go up and she'll paw at it. It's almost like she's trying to figure it out for the first time. And then finally she pushes her way in. No, I think they're just going to stay out. I don't blame you. It's nice out. Yeah. Then we have the canine. Toby. Hi. You've had to deal with all the cats, haven't you? And so Toby is a West Highland, of course, white terrier, aren't you? So you need the yin and the yang. So we had 2 West Highland Terriers. Toby had a mate, and we had a number of different litters. Toby's in around 14, 15 years old. So he's getting up there in age. He does have some issues, we think, with his hearing. Is it selective? We're unsure. But it seems like maybe his hearing is starting to go. Hey, bud? Are you waiting for Mom? You had breakfast already, and it's the middle of the day. So here we are just down the street at our son's house. So our son used to live in the city. Him and his partner lived in the city for a number of years. This is where the 10th black cat resides. We caught him on the farm in, I believe it was January of 2020. Right, it was COVID. So Braxton and his partner moved back into the house for a good part of that year because of COVID and because everything was going the way it was going at that time. They ended up taking Damon back with them into the city, and then of course he's now moved back out onto the farm, onto the new 5-acre farm. All right, here he is. This is Damon. Hi, Damon. So as I mentioned, he was caught in 2019, or January, actually 2020. And we actually saw him before that. There were some robins that were nesting underneath the deck. And what I did is I took a ladder and put it up so I could mount a camera to capture their fledging. And early one morning, we had a cat that came in and actually stole one of the little birds. And after looking at it, we noticed that it was, in fact, Damon that we had captured on film before we actually caught him. And the way we can tell it was Damon is because if you look closely at his ears, he has some frostbite, right? Yes. So he's got some rounded tips to his ears, and in the video where he grabbed one of the birds, you can see those rounded tips to those ears. So Damon is fluffy, kind of like Zorya. We don't know how they kind of all fit into the family tree. There's obviously some resemblance to Damon and Zorya. Who knows? Maybe Damon is Zorya's dad. We are unsure of that. So he's the other fluffy one, right? Yes. So this is the 10th black cat. So that is it on our 10 black cats, one of which living just down the road here at our son's house. If you have any questions about any of our cats or our farm in general, please put them down in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you, and we hope to see you next time. Take care and have a wonderful week. Bye.